Janet, I heard you gave birth yesterday. Bob told me.
That's right, Susan. I'm sorry it took me so long to call. My water broke before my due date. I rushed to the hospital, and the birth was a bit of a mess.
I don't mind that. I hear the baby is a girl.
Yes, a girl. She's a healthy girl, just like Bob.
Huh. How can you tell who she looks like? She's a newborn.
Well, she really does look like him. Please, come and see her sometime.
What? Who's going to see her?
Oh no. Susan, aren't you happy about the birth of your grandchild?
Because it's a girl, right?
What's wrong with our baby being a girl?
You're dumb, aren't you? Did you think I'd be unconditionally happy just because a grandchild was born?
No,
Janet, don't you have something to say to me?
What is there to say?
An apology. An apology.
Huh?
I'm sorry I gave birth to a girl. You should apologize to me, my husband and Bob.
Why should I apologize? Boy or girl, they're your grandchildren. They're important members of your family.
Family? Are you joking?
What?
I think you already know. The baby you've given birth to is our first grandchild. The first grandchild must be a boy.
I've never heard that before.
Listen, Janet. My family has been running a company for generations. The eldest son is supposed to take over. Bob is the eldest son. I need you, his wife, to give birth to a boy.
But in this day and age, there are many female presidents. I don't think the eldest son has to be the president.
Are you challenging your mother-in-law?
I'm not trying to.
Let me tell you clearly. You're an unfit wife if you can only give birth to a girl. When you're discharged from hospital, I want you to go back to your parents' house. Don't ever cross our household again.
Huh? Does that mean I should divorce Bob?
That's right.
No matter how much you want it, isn't that terrible?
Well, your most important role as a wife is to give birth to a boy. If you can't fulfill your duties as a wife, you'll have to divorce.
You're being too extreme.
Janet, look at reality. You'll be 40 soon. Maybe you think you can have a boy next time. Even if you start trying for a baby now, it's probably impossible to have a second child.
That doesn't mean...
Well, it's just after the birth. We can talk about divorce when you get out of the hospital.
Please, don't go ahead with the conversation on your own. I don't think even Bob would agree to this. He said he doesn't mind whether it's a boy or a girl, as long as they're born safe.
How can that be Bob's true feelings? He's a kind boy. He was just trying to be nice. I'm sure he really wanted a boy. He must be deeply disappointed that it was a girl who was born.
No, Bob isn't like that.
You don't know anything about Bob, do you?
Huh?
Bob has loved football since he was a kid. When he becomes a father, he dreams of playing football with his children. He once told me about it.
I see. But girls can play football too, right?
Don't come at me all the time. You really aren't very nice at all, are you?
Huh?
Actually, I've been looking for his next wife, anticipating this.
What?
The truth is, I was against you getting married to Bob. I wanted a younger, honest, and lovely wife for him. Bob married a woman 5 years older than him. Even so, since Bob insisted on marrying you, I allowed it. After all, an older wife is no good. She won't listen to her mother-in-law, and it's hard to get pregnant. And when she finally had a baby, it was a girl. I'm going to get rid of a cocky, useless wife like you. I'm going to find a girl who's younger than Bob and still capable of having children.
That's something you decided on your own, isn't it?
Well, I haven't told Bob yet. I'm sure he'll be happy. Bob would prefer a younger wife, of course.
I don't think so.
Oh, God. It's so annoying how you argue with me every time. Anyway, we don't want a wife in our family who can only give birth to a girl. You should know your place and let Bob go.
I'm sorry. Can I be excused now?
Huh?
Talking to you is stressing me out and it's making my milk supply worse.
Oh, God. That's a terrible thing to say. I can't believe you treat your mother-in-law like she's a bad person. That's why he shouldn't have married an older woman. I knew I had to get you and Bob to divorce right now.
Janet, how are you feeling? How's the baby? I'm heading to the hospital as soon as I finish work today.
Thanks, Bob. Me and the baby are fine, but...
What's wrong?
I got a text from Susan this morning.
What could it be? Did she say something terrible to you?
Yeah.
What? I told her not to mess with you right after you gave birth. I thought I had warned her. I'm sorry for her always bothering you. What did she say this time?
She told me to apologize.
Huh? Why should you apologize?
Because I gave birth to a girl instead of a boy, even though she's decided that her first grandchild will be a grandson, she said.
No. I've never heard of a rule that says the first grandchild must be a boy.
I can only give birth to a girl. I'm an unfit wife, so she also wants us to divorce.
Divorce?
You're the eldest son and will take over the company. She wants me to have a boy. She's looking for your next wife, too.
What? What's that?
She says it's better for you to have a younger wife. She said that Bob thinks so, too.
Give me a break. I don't have the slightest intention of divorcing you. I don't even care about the gender of the baby.
I see. Then I'm glad.
Come on, there's no way I'm going to do what she wants.
I knew that, but maybe it's because I'm mentally unstable after giving birth, but when Susan told me so strongly, I got really worried. But since you said it clearly in your own words, I felt relieved.
Yeah. I'm going to protect you and our daughter as a husband and father from now on. I will never divorce for that reasons like Mom insists.
Thank you, Bob.
Speaking of which, you're leaving hospital next Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We should be ready to welcome the baby home by then.
Right, yeah. It's just...
What? What's wrong?
Susan told me to go to my parents' house after I'm discharged. To be honest, I don't want to see her for a while. Until I'm feeling better. I thought maybe I shouldn't go home until I'm feeling better.
You're right. Mom even asked for a divorce.
It's like she wanted a male grandchild so badly. I'm really worried about what she might do to our kid.
Right. Well, I'll talk to Dad about it.
I'd appreciate that. But I wonder if your father would be disappointed that his grandchild is a girl.
I don't think so. Unlike her, Dad doesn't seem to be obsessed with the gender of his grandchildren. As for my mother's snubbing of you, it seems to bother him a lot. I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to me about it.
Okay.
I'll stop by the hospital in the evening.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Janet, I heard that today's the day you're discharged from hospital.
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you, you don't have to come back to our house.
What do you mean?
Oh, I told you before, didn't I? You and Bob are getting a divorce. I've sent all your stuff to your parents' house.
Oh, to my parents' house?
That's right. Bob is getting a new wife now. We can't keep his ex-wife's stuff forever, can we?
Huh? So I should just go back to my parents' house?
Yes, you can. Yes. But as you'd expect, I'd feel sorry for you if I kicked you out for free. I'll pay you alimony.
Huh? Alimony?
How about $150,000?
Huh? That much?
In exchange, promise me you'll never come near Bob again. Well, maybe it's too high. But if we can have a clean breakup with his useless wife for $150,000, it's a small price to pay.
Does your husband know about the alimony?
I haven't told him yet, but I'm sure he'd say he doesn't want a daughter-in-law who can only give birth to girls. I'll give you $150,000 in alimony, then divorce my son as soon as possible.
I'm glad. Thank you very much.
What?
You've helped me a lot.
Huh? Are you so happy to get compensation?
No, I can't receive money like $150,000.
Then what's so helpful?
That you packed my bags. I thought it'd be hard to organize things with a newborn. Thank you for your kindness.
Janet, do you understand?
Understand what?
You're happy to go to your parents?
Of course.
You know, you're divorcing Bob. You'll have to raise the kid by yourself from now on. It's not something you should be happy about.
Oh, about that. I heard that Bob wants to talk to you.
Oh, Bob?
Yes, he's going to call you now.
Wait a minute. Isn't Bob at work?
Well then, excuse me.
Janet, wait!
Just as I predicted. I thought you'd text me on the day Janet left the hospital.
Hey, Bob. Where are you now? You're supposed to be at work. Don't tell me you're at the hospital with Janet.
That's right. I took a day off today and came to pick up Janet.
Huh? Why do you have to pick up Janet? You guys are getting divorced soon.
I know.
Then why are you... You're not a couple anymore. Why don't you let your parents pick up Janet?
You know what, Mom? Who decided that the first grandchild in our family has to be a boy?
What?
I've never heard of a rule that the eldest son takes over the company. Was it in the work regulations?
That's...
It's all something you came up with on your own, isn't it?
Well, you must be disappointed that Janet gave birth to a girl, right? If the eldest son didn't have a son and didn't have an heir, and the company would go out of business.
I don't care about gender at all. Dad doesn't think the next president of the company has to be the eldest son.
That's a lie. In fact, you're supposed to succeed your father as the next president. Then who will be the next president after you? Your eldest son must be the next president.
About that, I've decided not to be the president.
What?
I'm going to work for Dad's company, but it doesn't mean I'm still going to be the president. He's never been a big fan of hereditary either.
I won't allow such a thing.
It's not a question of whether you'll allow it or not. It's just a coincidence that the eldest sons have taken over the company. Dad himself doesn't think that the next president has to be the eldest son. He said he thinks a woman is fine, as long as she's capable.
No. It's impossible for a woman to be the president. That's exactly what would destroy the company.
That's your prejudice. Times are different now. And you know, this is a medical thing, but the gender of the baby is determined by the father.
Really?
So it's wrong to blame Janet for having a girl. The idea that it's okay to have a boy and not okay to have a girl is in itself an anachronism. It's extremely old-fashioned.
Bob, you said earlier that you won't become president. Are you planning to quit your father's company?
I'm quitting.
Your father won't allow you to do that.
I've already told Dad.
What?
Don't worry. I've already found a new job.
Where are you going to work?
A company owned by one of Janet's relatives.
Huh? Janet's relative?
Yeah. Janet's uncle is the president. One of his employees had just left, and they were short-staffed. He approached me.
Wait a minute. You're divorcing Janet, aren't you? That's crazy. I can't believe you're working for your ex-wife's relative's company.
I've decided to remarry Janet.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm getting a divorce, just like you said. Let me remarry and do what I want.
But you're going to marry your ex-wife again? Why would you do something so pointless?
I've decided to remarry and take Janet's surname.
What?
I really didn't want to get divorced, but to change my surname is unavoidable, isn't it? Well, would it be just a divorce and a remarriage on paper?
Don't be silly. You're the eldest son in our family.
That's why I decided to change my surname.
Huh?
As long as I keep my family surname, you'll never get out of the outdated way of thinking, will you? You probably won't stop picking on my wife until you die. So I should just change my surname and leave. Maybe that'll wake you up.
Oh no, that's not good. Your new wife is coming to our house soon.
You know what? That's just another thing you decided on your own, isn't it? Our neighbors are talking about you. You've been talking to every young woman you can find, asking them to marry me.
But we're a famous family that's run a company for generations. If I asked them to marry you, of course everyone would be happy.
Everyone is annoyed.
What?
Yesterday, when you were at home, we received a complaint. Your mother is pestering my daughter, she said. I know she's joking, but can't you do something about it? I apologized to her. I'm embarrassed. Please, don't bother everyone again.
I see. I thought they were just being reserved.
Well, I'm taking Janet and my little girl to the place we're moving to.
Moving? I thought she was going back to her parents' house.
She thought about going back to her hometown, but decided not to. Janet's mother works too, so she's busy. She'll just pick up her stuff, but she won't live with her parents.
Then tell me where your new home is.
I won't.
Why not?
It's my job to protect my wife and kids from danger.
What's that? Are you saying I'd harm Janet or my grandchild?
You've been badgering Janet a lot in the past. Just to be safe, I'll keep her away from you.
Why don't you let me see my grandchild at least once?
How can you say that? When my daughter was born, you didn't come to see her because she's a girl.
Wait,
I don't want the $150,000 in alimony you said you'd pay Janet.
what?
You were going to borrow money to pay it without telling Dad, weren't you? Janet doesn't seem to have any intention of accepting it from the start either. Well then, goodbye.
Bob, wait!
I didn't have any contact with my mother-in-law after that. According to my husband, she divorced my father-in-law and now lives alone. My father-in-law had always had a problem with my mother-in-law's insane behavior. She tried to get Bob to divorce me because I gave birth to a girl. She also tried to get Bob to remarry with a neighbor's daughter without permission and did other crazy things. Finally, he gave up on her. Now, my mother-in-law has reflected on her own behavior, and she's trying to get my father-in-law to get back together with her. My father-in-law is very angry and has no intention of forgiving her. My mother-in-law will probably spend the rest of her life alone. My husband's brother, her second son, has also always avoided her and hasn't seen her in years. As for me, I live happily with my husband and my daughter. I'm having a hard time raising her because I'm a first-time mother. My father-in-law sometimes comes to visit me and takes care of her. I am very grateful for that.
Are you at home, Dad? I'm out shopping right now and saw that your favorite snack is on sale. Should I buy them and bring them back?
No, it's okay. I'm going on a business trip today.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. When are you coming back?
Probably next Monday.
Then you'll be gone for the whole weekend. You said you were going to come with me to endurance training.
My bad. When's the sports meet happening? It's at the middle school, right?
It's next month.
Then I'll go with you next week, okay?
Aww. It sucks that you're always at work these days. You know the baby could come at any moment, right? Are you okay with that? My super cute little sister.
The baby's scheduled to come next month, so it'll be alright. I'd risk my life to be there for the birth.
There you go again. Dad, you're really head over heels for Mom.
Of course. Your mom is the best wife in the world.
Okay. I want to find a boyfriend too.
You're not allowed to get a boyfriend yet.
Okay. Alright, well, take care. Don't forget to bring back a gift.
You got it. Katie, you take care of your mom now, alright?
Yep, I'm on it.
Hey, Katie! What's going on? Where the hell are you guys? Why is the house empty?
Because Mom died. I can't believe it took you that long to reply after I tried contacting you so many times.
What?
The baby came early. Her water broke, so I called the ambulance and got her to the hospital. The doctors told me they had to do an emergency C-section.
Huh? What? Are you serious?
I tried contacting you over and over again. I was hoping you'd notice and pray for us. But you didn't even reply once. Mom kept calling your name again and again.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I was at work. I couldn't pick up the phone. So, she really died?
Yes.
No way. Katie, where are you right now?
Why didn't you call back?
What?
Your wife died, you know? Why didn't you try to call and find out what was going on? Don't you think that's strange?
No. I'm just a bit shaken up.
Even though you didn't even try to ask me directly? Seriously, all you're going to say is, "Oh, she died?" That's it?
Pick up the phone.
I'm not picking up. I won't tell you where I'm at right now either.
Huh?
I hate you.
Huh? Hold up. What's wrong with you? Listen to your dad. Katie!
I already said I don't want to talk to you ever again. Don't try to contact me. Goodbye.
I visited your house just now, Anna. But no one came to the door. Anna, did you really die? I can't believe it. I can't live without you. Do you remember? We went to go see the sunflower garden on our first date. From now on, I'll always remember you whenever I see the sunflowers. I'll protect Katie. So please rest peacefully in heaven. I love you, Anna. Disgusting. What? How did you reply? Huh? Huh? Anna? Yeah? Why are you throwing yourself a pity party? It's disgusting. What? Why are you alive? Katie told me that you died. I told her to say that. I actually did have an emergency C-section, because my and the baby's lives were in danger. Huh? Wait a second. Are you messing around with me? Why did you make up that lie? Were you mad because I wouldn't pick up the phone? I didn't have a choice, you know. I was at work. But were you really at work? If you were at work, then I'll forgive you. But the business trip was a lie, right? What? A lie? After giving birth, I couldn't get a hold of you on the phone, so I contacted your company. I asked Katie to do it for me. I reached your director. He said my husband was on paid vacation right now. So, do you understand how we feel? No. That's, Actually, the business trip was a lie. I went to go find property in the area where I said I'd be. I didn't want to say it. I was thinking about quitting my job and finding a new house for everyone to live in. Huh? I'm sorry for not bringing it up. I must have shocked you guys. I wanted to keep it a secret until everything was finalized. What kind of a lie is that? You were arranging that? I'm surprised. I figured you wouldn't come clean and apologize anyways. Did you really think saying all of that for our sake would change anything? Who do you think I am? I said it's not a lie. It's the truth. You really need to quit being so doubtful. I'm doing everything I can for my family. For your family? It's not for Tammy, who's sitting right next to you? What the heck? What are you talking about? I'm talking about the girl who works in the next apartment who's 11 years younger than you. You know who I'm talking about, right? After all, didn't you go on a trip together? No. I seriously don't know what you're talking about. It's times like this when a woman's intuition works so well. I called and asked if two people happened to take a paid vacation at the same exact time. They told me that Tammy also took a paid vacation. Your director must have also had a double take. I even called Tammy's husband, and he said that of course she was on a business trip. So I wonder what all of this means. I already said I don't know. It's obviously just a coincidence. Why the hell are you jumping to conclusions?
It's pretty clear already. I've already talked to your director about all of this.
Huh? The director?
Obviously. If your employees were having an affair, wouldn't it hurt the company's image? He told me to confirm this as fast as possible.
Stop messing around with me. You haven't even proven that it's an affair and yet you've already told the director? Are you crazy? What are you going to do about my career if this is all wrong?
If this is all a mistake, then I'll personally go to the company and apologize. I'll just say, I'm sorry, pregnancy made me all crazy.
What the hell are you saying? This isn't something that you can fix just by apologizing. Go tell the director that you were wrong right now. Hey, are you listening?
Oh, it looks like I won't have to take my words back. Tammy got back home just now and all her text messages were checked. All your stupid lovey-dovey messages popped up. Her husband said he's sending over screenshots. Hey, are you listening? Shouldn't you come here and apologize?
Sorry. I'm really sorry.
Your attitude changed so fast. What do you mean, sorry?
I apologize for messing around with other women.
Oh? You went abroad on a trip with another woman and stayed with her at the same hotel. Is having a physical relationship called just messing around?
Yeah, it wasn't serious. It's not cheating. Actually, we never had a physical relationship. In the beginning, it was her that kept coming on to me. I didn't have a choice, so I started hanging out with her. Anyways, it's not cheating.
It's obviously cheating. Two people, already married, purposefully planning and going on a vacation together while lying to their families? You'd think I'd really believe that nothing happened. Whether you had a choice or not, it doesn't change reality.
I'm telling you, that's not it. Please believe me. Wasn't I a good husband and father? Are you okay with losing that?
There's no way I could believe you. I got the messages you sent to that woman. Even the messages from today.
What?
What the hell is this? That's way too low. It was a mistake to marry you. I'm an idiot for not realizing it all this time. You're seriously the worst.
Well, it's true that I wasn't the best. But I think you're not innocent either.
Huh? I'm bad. What are you saying?
Even if it's a lie, most people wouldn't normally say they died. You can't do such an unethical thing. I thought you weren't the type of woman that would do something like that, so I took your word for it. You don't have the right to blame me. See? As soon as things don't go your way, you stop talking. Ha! Say something already.
This is Katie. Mom is crying too much to text, so I'm texting instead. Dad, you're really the worst.
No, this is all on you two. You did something you weren't supposed to do.
Why are you trying to change the topic? Plus, aren't you the one that did something you weren't supposed to do? Do you think that your situation changed just because of this lie? It doesn't change the fact that you were with another woman.
Well, that's...
I always thought that my mom and dad were the world's best married couple, but it looks like I was wrong. I wanted to marry someone like you, but now I definitely don't want to.
Katie. Hey. You're too young to understand all this adult stuff. It doesn't mean that I never loved you two.
Liar. If that's the case, then you can't say that we can't blame you. Mom really did die. The mom that was happy. The mom that loved Dad. It's all because you went to be with another woman. This is all your fault, isn't it?
Okay, you're right. I'm really sorry. I was wrong. I want to apologize to your mom. I want a second chance.
It's too late. Dad, you haven't even asked once about the baby yet. You only think about yourself. You could care less about the family.
Huh? That's... No one said anything, so I assumed the baby's doing well.
What happened to risking your life to see the baby? In the end, the most important things to you are yourself and your image. You're so pathetic. You're honestly disgusting. From now on, I'm going to protect Mom and my little sister. I don't need you anymore, dirtbag.
Katie! Quit it already. Do you have any idea how much I've done for this family? If I get fired, you won't be able to live.
We can. You're going to be paying alimony and child support. We can also apply for a single parent allowance, too. There's also Grandpa and Grandma. Plus, Mom has tons of friends, so we'll be fine.
What? Alimony? Single parent? Are you talking about divorce?
Obviously. Weren't you happy about not having to go through the hassle of divorce? Oh, and also, you won't get fired. I told the director not to fire you.
The director? Why are you bringing up the director?
He visited us just now.
What? He's over there? The director?
Yep. If you're out of work and can't pay child support, then we'll be in big trouble. You'll get demoted, but you won't get fired.
What do you mean?
Aren't I so kind? Once you put the expenses of 2 families together, it'll probably be such a huge amount that you won't be able to quit your job, Dad. Is this what they call a bed of nails? What goes around comes around. I hope you enjoyed that vacation. It'll be the last one you go on for a long time. Since then, Dad got demoted even more and fell below his co-workers that used to work under him. Of course, the rumors spread like wildfire within the company. Every day, people would point their fingers at him behind his back. But he still didn't learn his lesson. As soon as the divorce was finalized, he proposed to the woman he was cheating with. Naturally, his hopes were crushed. Reality hit her as she faced pressure from paying tons of alimony, so she lost feelings for him. Despair probably hit him again, and so he returned to work as nothing more than an empty shell of himself, resigned to doing paperwork every day. Mom and I moved in with my grandparents and started a brand new life together. Everything is going by so fast. When her wounds heal, I hope my mom will find a new love. Until then, I will protect my family.